I need to be in Mexico or Panama filming this video. Soon come, soon come, soon come, soon come. So we're down here, girl. We just doing our thing. I don't know what is going on. I'm trying to make sure these glasses don't have any streaks on them, but I feel like I see streaks. And I was just fighting with the damn scarf. I had a different scarf on, but then I was like, this looks stupid. And because I tied it with intention, a lot of the times I come down here, like I just tied this scarf. Did I have the video on when I was tying the scarf? I don't know if I had the video on when I was tying the scarf, but I was just tying the scarf and I can't look. It's very intuitive. That's why the scarves look different every day because it's very intuitive. I actually literally close my eyes and just tie the scarf. And then I adjust it when I come out of after I tie it, I adjust it. Like if I need to tuck anything, like I just tuck this, but I feel like it's about to pop back. It's about to pop back out. So I'm going to tuck it a little more, but I like the way this little thing is flaring because it gives me floor. It gives me floor, flora. So I'm trying to clean my glasses, and then so I had this other scarf on, and I was like, I'm gonna wear this scarf, but then I didn't like the way I tied it. Like I said, I tied it with intention. I didn't tie it just like I'm just gonna tie this real quick. And then this, because they're matte lenses, I mean frames, you gotta make sure, and because the Diva stays oiled up and moisturized, so anything on my hands or anything is just gonna get on the glasses. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stop by. Girl, I was really fighting with the scarf. This is the scarf that I had on, and it's in the Amazon storefront. They come in a stack of, I think, four scarves, but they're all different colors, so it's very good when you want to wear it with whatever. See how colorful it is? I love it. See? It's so pretty, isn't it? And so what I really like to do, like when I'm at home, I just grab the scarf and I just tie it whatever kind of way I want to tie it, right? And then that's what I was when I first showed you guys these scarves that I got, because you guys are like, oh, where'd you get your scarves? And I was like, oh, I got them on Amazon. And then I realized, like, for the smaller titty girls, you can wear this as a little top, a black accessory, or you can just, because this is longer for the girls with the larger backs, and you can just go like this, wrap it around you. But I just tie them on my head. So I just, like I said, I grab them, and I'm very intuitive. I just let the ancestors guide me. And because then when I look up, I'm like, it doesn't, I'm just using all different colors. So it doesn't, I don't know. It really doesn't matter what direction it is in, right? If you want to wear it as a scarf, like I like to wear my bandanas like around my forehead, but it doesn't come off good on camera. That's why I lift them up. But I don't, I typically wear like a bandana, because like when I had on earlier, I was like, oh, girl, did you see the mic? So girl, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. I just took a little edible. I need to change this a little bit. I took a little edible earlier, a little, what is this, strawberry and watermelon. Oh, these are indica. That's why I was feeling tired yesterday. I was like, girl, why am I so tired? I don't have no reefer roll, nothing. I don't know what's going on. It's past the time that I normally come down here. I can see what's going on. I feel like I should start this video over, but I won't. I'll just clip it. I'll just clip most of it out. I haven't rolled anything up or anything like that. Like I said, I just took a little edible. I was trying to, what was I trying to do? I don't know. It was a lot going on this morning. It was a lot going on this morning. I got up, I meditated, I went outside, do my stretching and stuff like that. And then I took Maxine out and made my coffee, and I was trying to Somebody said Riley's a grown up woman's. That conversation with the producer of the show wasn't deep enough to start crying over. It's not a good look for Riley's first season on reality TV shows, except it's not. Okay, anyways, crying over a random conversation with the producer of the show. Question mark. Candy should have told Riley to put up your head, look up, pray on it, move on, and find HIBS for her profile page. Sitting around crying over a conversation. Peace sign, question mark. Well, Mary Hall 1431, everybody's not as hard as you. I know you're a strong black woman and you don't cry and you're stoic and you take pride in stifling your emotions and not allowing anyone to see you cry. But some people are emotional and sensitive and cry and let tears fall, and you don't even know what emotion they're experiencing. You see tears and you equate it to weakness. You see tears and you equate it to sadness. You see tears and you relate it to something else. Tears coming from a person's eyes, believe me when I say, because tears come from my eyes for it could anything, girl. I could see a goddamn butterfly and a bird communing in nature and I will cry. Do you hear me? Okay. So I will cry also when I'm about to rip your head off and eat you alive. I cry then too. So I cry when a child sings. I cry in a commercial. I could see a fucking car commercial, girl, where the people they're alive because the Subaru saved them, girl. I cry. Okay. So people cry for various reasons. I'm so tired of you women acting like women. Oh, you can't, don't let nobody see you cry in public. You know how many children have never seen their parents cry, especially their mothers, because their mothers wants to keep up this facade that they're strong. No, my children have seen me cry, and I let them know when my feelings are hurt. I let them know that I am human and I have emotions, and I cry. And when I cry, it can be for a plethora of reasons. Again, I can be watching some birds and some squirrels frolicking around. Like the other day, what did I see? I saw a bird and a cat playing around with each other. And I thought it was so cute. Actually took a video of the cat, but the bird was hopping around the car and the cat was under the car and the bird was hopping around the car playing with the cat and then would fly up when the cat would come out and then came back down. It was like they were literally playing with it. I just sat there and watched them. And it brought tears to my eyes because I'm like, it's like they're in their own world. That's their own world. They don't know nothing about nothing going on in the world. And I cried. I shed a little tear. I got emotional. Then I remember crying when I was about to cuss somebody out. When I was cussing somebody out, cuss their ass out, tears falling down my face. Remember how Candy said, the only reason why I'm crying is because I can't get over there and rip your goddamn head off your fucking body, bitch. That's the only reason why I'm crying, because I can't get to you, hoe. That's the only reason why I'm crying. So people cry for different reasons, and you just have to let people cry. Because if they don't cry, what they're suppressing is an emotion that you don't want to see when it's on 10. Let them cry. That's a better look. And that's what I told Miss Mary.
As a black woman, you're the minority. And it's okay. You have learned how to, make friends in all different circles from all walks of life. And that's one thing that I'm proud of you about. And you're not afraid to speak up for yourself, which you should not be. He's going to have to learn to deal with black women. And if this is his first lesson, then let that be it. As a black woman, you're the...
Period. Let them know. That's what I say. Do harm to none, but don't take no shit from nobody. Motherfuckers doing the microaggressions, you do it back to him. Look, motherfucker. See, that's when you got to get enough balls in the pussy and get the pussy lips swole up to get in these motherfucking men face, especially these white boys. Girl, I don't know who the fuck you talking to. You really want to see me crank my neck? I would have mirrored him. What is this? Dylan, I don't know what the fuck his name is. Who's the boy that she got into a fight with? Who's the boy? She needs to be a well said, Candy. That must be her boyfriend. That's Brooke sitting next to her. No, I can't remember the other guy's name that Riley got into it with, and he, did his neck and was rolling his neck and all this other stuff. I don't watch Next Gen. I'll watch the clips or whatever, but I'm not watching it. But I'm glad that Candy told her that. I would have said something similar to that to my child. Like, good, like, encourage them and then reinforce that you already speak up for yourself. And that's the best thing about you. You don't let these motherfuckers eat. Mine would have been different. But Candy knows the camera is on. But I would have been like, you tell that white motherfucker you don't play no shit with his ass. And you get in his motherfucking face the next time he says something to you. And give him a reason to imitate a black woman. And do your neck like this. And point in his face like it. Give him what he wants. And cuss his ass out and tell him, don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again, motherfucker. You want to see aggressive? I'm going to show you aggressive. You better use the right words to describe me, bitch. Then go on. See, I'm gonna give a different advice, similar, different, a little bit more colorful, but to back a motherfucker off you. You're not gonna be able to talk to me any kind of way and do all of this and stuff like that. Lisa Rinna did that same shit to Garcelle. Did this, girl? I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna get your head knocked off, and then you're gonna really be like, ooh, yeah, you want to see an angry black woman? I'll show you one. You want to see one? Because you haven't seen angry. This and doing this is not angry. You want to see me get angry? You want to see me get aggressive? You want to see me get assertive? Oh, bitch, I'll show you. I'll give you what you're looking for. Oh my God, I knew it all along. Well, good. Now you know. Now leave me the fuck alone. Period. Period. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what's going on. You know, we always go to the Jasmine brand. I'm so tired. When I tell you, I am so tired of seeing Krishan. I know I had to remove. I'm watching this veterinarian remove stuff from cat's eyes or eye socket. I remember Maxine. We were walking somewhere, and you know those. Oh, I forgot what they call them. Y'all know what I'm calling. They look like little pointy like pieces of. You know how like if you look at a picture of hay and the little pieces like that come off of the wheat, not hay, wheat, that come off of the little pieces that come off of the wheat, and they're like pointy, and one got in her eye and it was like sticking out of her eye, and I had to like move her eye down, and so it wouldn't scratch her eye. I had to move it out real carefully, and she just looked like this. Like, girl, get it out. Girl, get it out. So I was just watching this veterinarian take stuff out of a cat's eye. See, so I'll be looking at animals and stuff. I don't be worried about this stuff. But I see Krishan right here. Krishan steps into a new era with her tooth finally replaced. Girl, shut up. She's nothing. Like, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than. Oh, these are cute. There's nothing worse than. I don't even want to finish my sentence. I don't give a damn. Rapper Mexican OT defends his use of the N word. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? That's how I feel about it. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? The way I would have ICE waiting on the other side of the studio door, and it's when I see black people xenophobic, I laugh. I laugh when I see black people talking about they gonna call ICE on somebody. How dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because all you're doing is like literally stepping into a colonizer's shoes. And that's really what y'all want. That's really what y'all be wanting. Y'all really want to be able to do what they have done to other people to other people. When you say you want to call ICE on somebody, girl, I don't like that. I don't like that. We can joke around, like Portia, like we believe that Portia called ICE on Simon, right? We could joke around and shit like that. But calling ICE on somebody is insane. It's insane. They would have to do something horrible to me for me to be like, I'm gonna call you and get you deported. Because what do you being here has anything to do with me? Nothing. Nothing. You're not taking no, like all the shit that they be telling y'all, and then y'all really falling. You know what's crazy? What I noticed in this, like in this political, like when I'm looking at the politics and stuff, what I think it's really odd is how they have successfully made black men feel like Mexican migrant workers are taking their jobs. Nigga, when are you going to work in a field? When are you going to take those landscaping jobs? I don't see y'all out there. I'm sorry. I don't see y'all hanging out at Home Depot. I don't. Y'all just in some other broad's house mooching off of her ass. I don't see y'all down there trying to get jobs and being day laborers. I don't see it.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
But I hear the media making it seem like somebody is taking jobs that you don't even fucking want. They're taking our jobs. What jobs? You motherfucking unemployed motherfuckers cost the U.S. economy $50 billion. I don't want to hear shit about somebody taking your motherfucking job. You better get down in front of Home Depot like the rest of the motherfuckers, Lowe's or whatever the fuck, whatever your hardware store is down there, wherever you live. You better get your ass out there. I'm so tired of hearing shit like that. And then you want to be xenophobic. How are you a person being xenophobic? I don't care if you are American. I don't care if your ancestors are indigenous. I don't care if your ancestors were enslaved. I don't care. You don't tell nobody I'm gonna call ICE on you. This is not your fucking land. It's not yours. Ooh, it drives me insane to see black people step into full assimilation. It's almost like in a video game, they stand on this little circle, and then all of a sudden, it just pixels just come up, and your whole little face changes. Assimilation complete. And now you step out and you want to be shaking your finger at trans people, shaking your finger at other black immigrants. You got a lot of fucking nerves and you better get your shit together. You FBA motherfuckers, ADOS, with your xenophobia, get out of here. I don't give a fuck if Africans come over here and say that they think they're better than Americans. Because all they're doing is going into their brain and using the propaganda from white Americans to tell them about black Americans, and they come over here and talk shit. Yeah, we know that, but I don't even know what I would do if I heard another black person saying that they called ICE on a black person, a Latin person. I don't give a damn who it is. What are you doing, agent? Ooh, God, when I tell you that chaps my motherfucking hide, ooh, that chaps my hide. That just hilarious. She's the embodiment of all those disgusting things: xenophobic, homophobic, misogynistic, transphobic. What else? Everything. We saw her on the plane calling. I'm gonna call ICE on the people with with talking about Sikh people, but mistaking their turbans for Islamic people. Just stupid and ignorant. That's how y'all look. A bunch of just hilariouses around here. You want to look like just hilarious running around? Let me tell you something about the N word and people who are not black who use the N word. They know what communities they belong to in order to be able to say that word safely. And when it comes out of their mouth, the people around them understand that it's not coming out of their mouth. The intent is not vicious. It's not vile. It's not that. They're using it in the same exact way. They're using it in the same exact way. It's a slur. I know it's a slur. We all know it's a slur. But guess what? We've taken a slur, like other groups of people have taken slurs and now use them within their community, or have taken it and made it into a term of endearment. You could tell when somebody uses the N word what their intentions were when they said it. Like, to me, having this conversation on who can say what, I'm not spending any time policing anybody's language. I'm not to that extent, especially when I understand that he's not calling you the N word like you're like a slur. He's using it in the same way people in his community use it. I imagine he wouldn't go into another community of black people who he did not know and use the N word. It's a familiar word that you use when you're familiar with someone. Right? Just like women say bitch to each other, call each other bitches, right? Just like men who are gay can use the word bitch when they are familiar with the woman. Let another motherfucking man call a woman a bitch, she's going to have a different reaction because she knows the intent about saying bitch or you motherfucking bitch you. Everybody understands the fucking inflection and the tone and the energy and the vibration when it leaves your mouth. I'm so tired of people, and I feel like it's only there's only like little pockets of power where you feel powerful, and policing the N word is one of them. I'm not doing it. You got keep your badge out, girl, and your fucking flashlight. I'm not doing it. I'm from California. People know if they use that word, they know when to use it, or don't use that around me. You don't use it. I'm not. We're not familiar like that. We're not familiar like that. That's just it. I'm sure wherever he's familiar, he uses a word and nobody and it rolls off his tongue because they know where it's coming from. Now, maybe in an argument, somebody might say, okay, now what? Like, excuse me, what? But that, I'm not. I mean, shout out to y'all who are out there with your badges out, policing people using the word. But he said, what are y'all going to do about it? I used it. Now what you going to do? What are you going to do? Say I can't do it? I'm going to say it again. What are you going to do about it? He said it. What are you going to do about it? People in the corners like, oh, I don't like the way he said. What are you going to do about it? Oh, what you going to do about it? Hit a little different. But y'all not saying what you going to do about it, though. So what you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? You're going to say, don't use that word around me? Fine. Are you going to beat them up? Like, and then the people in the comments talking about they calling ICE. You are? Okay. I've already said what I had to say about y'all feeling like you calling ICE. Listen to him.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can't say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can't say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Right there. And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know? It's like I done went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. Mm-hmm. You know.
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. Mm-hmm. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just, mm-hmm. I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
Where are you? And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these.
Let me tell you something. He said, where's a man? Because he didn't want to tell a bunch of women, what the fuck are you going to do about it if I use the N-word? He was like, I wish there was a man in here. So he said, he gestures to the man and he says, well, we're going to use him. What are you going to do about it? I was raised, I'm in community with, these are my people. I'm speaking the way we speak within our community. I'm not using it the same way somebody at a MAGA rally would use it. It's a completely different, and you understand that. But because there are so many areas where you feel powerless, this is a place where you can police a word where you feel powerful. And then what's crazy is when you feel powerful, listen to the actions that you're taking when you feel powerful. Don't they look like your oppressor?
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can't say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
Where are you? And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. And I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody else, black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it. Right. But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head.
Do you feel like you could say?
That's why I am. To me, it's like a flat earth argument at this point. I'm not policing the word. Y'all can police the word if you want to. And I know that people from different areas of the United States, they have a different feeling about people who are not black using the N word. If you live in California, Asians, Latins, even in on the East Coast, Afro Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, everybody, it's yes, it is a slur, but we have changed them, and because black people are literally the definition of cool, we define everything, and because we use it in the way that we use it, if they're in community, we're all going to speak. If we're in community with each other, we're all speaking the same. We're all speaking the same language. We're all using the same phrases and catchphrases and colloquialisms. That's just how language is. And policing language is when the person is in community and when you know that they don't mean any harm. Even in his explanation, do you see? He didn't use the word. He can say, I grew up with these niggas. He could have said that and that would have fucked everybody up. But then what would you have done about it? You gonna fight him, and then knowing that he didn't say it with malintent, you want to fight somebody because they use a word in community with their community, with people they're familiar with. It's all about familiarity. It's all about familiarity. I remember just recently, Craig and Tamar were going back and forth, and she called him girl, and he was like, "Oh, we're not gonna be too many girls." Madison can say girl to him because they're familiar. We have that relationship. We're in conflict and you calling me girl and sweetie and sweetheart and all that stuff. I know what you mean by that. Sweetie is sweet. That's a cute word. Call somebody sweetie in an argument. They be like, bitch, don't sweetie me. Just like Portia and Brisket. She said, let me get it out, baby. Portia said, oh, we ain't gonna be too many babies. Baby? You're offended by baby? You want to shut somebody down for calling you baby? It's the same thing. Sorry. That's how I feel about it. And this is probably something that we are not going to agree on. Everybody's not going to agree on it. They're not, because of the history, the meaning, but understand we all using it, and we use it in everyday talking. Not when I say we, I'm not talking about all. But I'm like, we use the N word. We say the N word. Girl, you can drink every time I say you'll be a drunk nigga when you done with me. And some people don't like when black people use it. But it's just what it is. Some people within the LGBTQ community, the men, they use the F word with each other. They call each other sissies. I'm not going into, as close as I am to the LGBTQ. You think I'm going into there, even as familiar as I am, and using the F word? No, not me. Sissy, maybe punk, maybe, but it just depends on the tone, the context, the inflection, the vibration. You could tell. And that's with all words, because you can change. You could say one sentence. I learned this when I'm teaching. I teach this to people. When you get a word, you can just have a regular sentence. We could just use any sentence. Rapper, that Mexican OT, defends his use of the N word, and he says, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?" You can take that sentence and put the emphasis on each and every word, and it will change the meaning. What the fuck are you going to do about it? What the fuck are you going to do about it? What the fuck are you going to do about it? It changes every single time. Every single time, depending on the inflection. What the fuck are you going to do about it? What the fuck are you going to do about it? What the fuck are you going to do about it? It changes every single time. It's just the person. It's just the person. The intent. I just said it the other day. That whatever tool you're using, and if language is your tool of choice, it's about the intention of how you're using the word and the vibration that it carries once you make the intention. If I'm calling you a bitch in an argument, you know it's not a term of endearment. But when I'm down here, I'm like, bitch, girl, bitch, girl. You're like, oh, she's meaning as a term of endearment. Let's see what some of the comments say. This is from the Jasmine brand. I blame us for making them so comfortable. Precisely why y'all keep line dancing and grilling all summer. Rest. Unacceptable. I wouldn't have been up there giggling with him at all. Call Ice Ice baby. The way I would have had Ice waiting on the other side of the studio door. He went from Heavy D making a song about not cussing to a non-black rapper thinking it's okay to use the N-word. Hip hop is lost. Let me tell you something. What is so crazy? Like the first thing I thought about was Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill. They're from Southgate, California. It is predominantly Latin. It's a mix of everybody, but predominantly Latin over time, right? They're from Southgate. Sin Dog is in the group. One of the lyrics says, happy face nigga never see me smile. Nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Fat Joe, another one. It is within the culture. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so funny because you're like, within the culture, you want to start policing the way people who are familiar with the culture use the word, and it just doesn't work. It creates a lot of hurdles and it's like an unnecessary argument. It really is, because you know their intent and you know they're not intending on using the word like a racist or a bigoted person would use the word. Now, if that same person in an argument was like, you motherfucking nigger, then we have a problem. Then we have a problem. It's the intention. And I don't know how many times, I'm just here for the comments. He had in when it count, but not writing for the black culture. He just using us to get ahead, but he's still supporting Orange Julius. He is a Trump supporter. There are some Trump supporters that use the N-word and that are actually black people. Did you know that? So what's the difference? I just want to know. I just want to know. I should have rolled some weed up. I actually had saved that because I wanted to talk about that. Let's see. Married to Medicine star Dr. Mimi Sanders appears to be filming her second season with her husband, Steve. Oh, okay. Wendy Williams had no idea her ex, Kevin Hunter, filed a $250 million lawsuit against her guardian. Calls him a money grubber, doing evil things again. Let me tell you how sick Kevin Hunter is. Kevin Hunter is broke because Wendy, his resource, is not working. So I'm not sure if he wants to sue this woman on behalf of Wendy so that Wendy can get back to work so that he can then live off of Wendy again. But Wendy is retired. If Wendy comes back, girl, it will be in a radio environment. You're not going to be in charge of nothing. You want her to work because she is your financial resource. You are a dog from the seventh corner of hell, motherfucker. And you deserve everything in your life that comes to you. Everything. You deserve it. Kevin Hunter, girl, he is just a deplorable, disgusting man. I hope, is Sharina still over there with him, girl? Because low-key, bitch, you over there living off of Wendy too. Did that sound like a term of endearment? Your rusty, musty, funky breath smelling bitch. You was over there fucking living off of Wendy's money too, you money hungry bitch. You and your milk dud shaped Mucinex filled baby daddy. Motherfucker looks like a fucking loogie. You over there and let that man crawl in between your legs. And while he was cheating, let me tell you something. I don't understand how y'all be letting ugly niggas crawl between your legs, and they're married ugly men. If you gonna fuck with a married man, you stupid bitch, at least let his ass be cute. Look at Kevin Hunter. And you over there laid up, duplicated his DNA, broke. Isn't she like a chef or something? I think she's made way for herself. A woman's always gonna figure out a way. This nigga is running around trying to sue people so that he can live off Wendy again, motherfucker.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
You need to be taken out back to the guillotine. Off with your motherfucking head. That little weeble wobble shaped head. Head shaped like a goddamn russet potato. Motherfucker. TMZ said Wendy had no idea Hunter was filing a $250 million lawsuit against her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, and the judge overseeing her guardianship case, Lisa Solokoff. She was clear about cutting ties, nor do I want him to be a part of my life like that. No, because I'm divorced forever. She called him a money grubber and said it's good to know that he's doing such evil things again. About the lawsuit itself, he won't win. Her attorney, Joe Tacopina, added, he has no standing to add her name to a lawsuit or any authority from Wendy whatsoever. And we currently don't need his help if we wanted to file a lawsuit. So thanks, but no thanks. Hunter suits targets 48 defendants, including Morrissey, Solokoff, Wells Fargo, and her assisted living facility. It challenges constitutional violations and wrongful confinement, seeking $250 million in damages and a new impartial guardian. Hunter is also seeking to be named as Wendy's next friend, someone who can legally act on her behalf. Girl. When I tell you it will be the end of Kevin Hunter, girl. Clouds and wings for you, bitch. Girl, that's crazy as hell. He literally wants and then the fact that he thinks that Wendy in the state that she's in could actually earn. I don't think Wendy's earning potential, like in a medium of television, I think it's a wrap for that. Wendy literally, I feel like the best thing for Wendy Williams is go back to where she started, like a radio environment podcast, right? It would be a podcast, right? And she could sit there. That's what I thought that she should have did over the panorama when she was over there crashing out in her house with all that shit in there. Remember, she was sitting at the table and she just looked so depressed. She looked so sad. Like she like, I feel like Wendy's the type of person that needs to be around. Like she needs people around her. That's why it's so egregious that they isolate her the way she does, the way they do, because I think she literally feeds off the energy of people. I think she really loves that. Not in a negative way, but like she's an extrovert. And so that's how she gets her energy, from other people. And I think it really went down, like the panorama. It was like you could see it. You could see her whole little demeanor change. It was crazy to watch, actually. But I think going back to a radio environment where we could just hear Wendy's voice and not necessarily see her, maybe they do, clips of her like they do all the podcasts out here. Yeah, I think Kevin Hunter is a scoundrel. I think he is a low bottom feeding scoundrel. I do. Shaped like a russet potato. Motherfucker. Let me read some of the comments. He must be broke. Tell your daughter mother to help you out, because you're not going to get one dime of your ex's money, but we will get you a E for effort. I feel so bad for her deeply. Oh my God, child, I thought she was on board with him. How those allegations came out. Poor Wendy. So at this point, the question is, she's not okay or not. Girl, it's a lot. Doing everything but get a job. Very sad. Clown behavior. Yeah, exactly. Girl. Sierra talks ending the feud with Rihanna. We were babies. Now we're mamas doing our thing.
Oh my gosh. We were babies. Now we're mamas doing our thing. It's all love. and you came together at the Met Ball. Oh, we got to have a good conversation, and she's now having her third baby. Yeah, which is so cool. So shout out to mamas out here doing everything. Yes, making it happen. All right. I got a lot of love. Cece got a lot of love for Riri. Okay.
Sierra is so beautiful. She is such a beautiful woman. Riley Burruss, NextGen co-star Brooks Marks defends her after racial undertones on the show.
I'm talking to these two girls, and she goes up to one and is like, yo, like, I think it's cool to just be here with Charlie, but not come up and like make sure it's cool. I did not know that. Yes, that is a lie. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I love when my friends' girls ask my name. I'm his friend. You should be nice. I went up and I said, hey, I'm Riley. Like you didn't say anything. You didn't introduce yourself. Yeah, so that was the attitude. It was like. Wait, but also Charlie, the girl. She handled it well. She was like. She handled it well.
Was the attitude like that? See, that's how you gotta mirror them because they've learned this stuff, right? They've learned it. So when they do it, it's almost as though it's like automatic. And he did it mimicking you. So you should have mimicked. That's when you mirror people right away. What is this? That's what I would ask him. What is this? Called him out immediately. What does this mean? That's what Garcelle should have did to Lisa Rinna. What does the neck rolling mean? What's the neck rolling? You see me roll my neck? You see me do my finger like this at you and roll my neck? Have you ever seen me do that? So where did you get this from? And that's how you call it out. You have to isolate it. Like everything else, fuck everything else. What was that little neck roll you just did? Where does that come from? Were you mimicking me? Have you ever seen me do that? Or you were mimicking what you think black women would do? Because where did you learn that? That's how you isolate everything and call out that specific thing. So everything else, cut it off. I don't give a fuck what I said to your girlfriend. I don't give a fuck what you said to me. I want to know that little movement you did with your neck. I want to know what that means. What are you talking about? Roll the tape back so he can see what he did. Now let's talk about it. And then later he said he apologized, but then he didn't even mean the apology. So here comes Brooks. He says, I'm grateful for this platform and committed to using it to stand for what's right. Microaggressions are never okay. These conversations are a chance to listen, learn, and lead with kindness. I'm proud of Riley for speaking up when met with resistance, and I'll always echo her voice and support her. Shout out to Brooks. Let's see what some of the comments say. Riley and Reginae on that show would add some balance. Get Niece off of the show. Mix the show up a little bit more. Add Reginae on here. Reginae is way older than this group of kids. Isn't Reginae like 30 years old or something? How old is Reginae? She's not too far off from her parents, because they had her when they were like 14 and 15, right? Hey Siri, how old is Reginae Carter?
Reginae Carter is 26 years old.
Right, yeah, she's like 30 years old. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. She's almost as old as y'all. What you talking about? She don't belong on that show. Riley's 21. Hey Siri, how old is Riley Burruss?
Here's what I found.
Oh, she's 22. Okay, thank you. She's 22. Let me see. How old is Riley Burruss? 22, born on August 22nd, 2002. Okay. So that maybe they are in the same age, but I don't like Reginae. I'm sorry. I think she's ignorant as fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know. Was I not supposed to say that? Reginae, call your daddy. Reginae, call your daddy. Reginae, I don't know. Reginae maybe she's too grown. Maybe that's what it is. Like she acts like she's already, she gives me old woman. I think she's too grown. I wouldn't see Riley on there. Why do we send our children into these environments? Because we don't live in a segregated world. We live in a community where everybody is everywhere. So Riley being the only black girl there, and then Ava being by multicultural. Her mother's Indian, her father is black. Um, who else is on that show? Is there an Asian girl? I thought there was an Asian girl on that show. But there are some times where you're going to be the only. People keep saying New York, New York. Yeah, I understand New York. Like I feel like the way that whatchamacallit looked, the Real Housewives of New York. I feel like the way that it looked, that was like a good indicative, like a spotlight into how friend groups look in New York nowadays, right? I remember back in the day when Friends was on, and my cousins who are older, like they're like, in their late 50s, and one of my cousins in particular, he used to be like, they don't have any black people on that show. They don't have any black people on that show. And I used to think it was weird that there are groups of black people who don't have white friends. So the fact that you wanted a white friend group to have a black friend, or to have someone black on the show, it doesn't make sense, because there are groups of people who don't have white friends in New York. So them being an all white friend group in New York is not too far off. But yes, New York is so diverse, right? That you would expect the cast of the show to be more diverse than all this. It seems to be a lot of white boys on white men on the show. And then I don't know. Let me just look up the cast of NextGen NYC. Okay, cast. Ariana. Oh yeah, I see Ariana's there. Gia, Riley, Georgia, Charlie, Ava, Shy, Hudson, Brooks. Oh, is Charlie the guy who was talking to Riley like that? Let me see. Charlie, let me see if I can go to his. Oh yeah, Charlie is a crypto trader, private investor. He's probably a malignant narcissist too. Crypto trader and private investor who's been ruling New York City's club scene since he was 14. Yeah, yeah. And he knows everyone and their secrets. Charming but blunt, Charlie says exactly what's on his mind, and sometimes what others wish he wouldn't. Beneath the tough exterior, he's fiercely loyal, especially to close confidants. For the first summer in years, Charlie finds himself basking in his autonomy, but he might find being unattached creates more drama than ever. So yeah, that's Charlie. And I'm looking at the friend group. I'm looking at the picture on Bravo, and it does look like a friend group. The only thing that they're missing is an Asian person. That's the only thing that they're missing. And this girl right here in the corner, she gives Asian, and so is this boy with the black hair. Who is the boy with the black hair? She said, take your time, what's the rush? Baby, too much. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we already know Ariana, Riley, 22. Ariana's 23. Wow, that's crazy. Ava's 25. Emira de Spain is 28. Born in Dubai. Yes, that's what she's giving. Israel and China. So he grew up between Israel and China, but is he transplanted to urban New Jersey school, now Manhattan? His last name is Furcher. Shy Furcher. So I don't know what his ethnic background is. He's dark hair. And then you have Gia, Brooks, Georgia. Georgia looks like a white girl. Let me see. Yeah, Georgia's a white girl. And then Hudson, definitely. Hudson is probably his mother's maiden name. And then Charlie, who's 30. So yeah, he's the oldest. So he probably thinks he's the most experienced. He's been in the club scene. He probably is the most outspoken. I haven't watched an episode. He's probably the most outspoken. He probably thinks he's the boss of everybody. You've been in the club scene since you were 14 years old. He's probably grossly arrogant. I don't even have to. It's just the personality type. So I would have definitely asked him, "What is this? What is this, Charlie? You trying to be funny, motherfucker?" Anyways, I'm gonna go now. So take care of each other. Protect your energy. Are y'all watching NextGen NYC? Everybody's like jumping on it now because they fit. People. The parasocial relationship with Riley Burruss. A lot of people are like, don't mess with that. We've watched that little girl. We've watched her since she was like 8 years old, right? Saying that she wanted to be in the music industry and stuff like that. We've watched her. So it's almost like we're watching our little cousin or our little niece down, getting her legs in New York and living in New York. I'm glad Burruss is there. I don't know why him and Riley, they seem to be like this, but like for real, like before they started filming, I feel like Riley and Burruss like connected. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I feel like. And I'm glad he's backing her up and speaking up for her because, yeah, I don't know about the Ava Dash, and then that's it. Again, this is where you're looking around for community and thinking because somebody shares a piece of your identity as woman, as Black, that they're going to jump up and jump up for you. No, they might not jump up for you. It might be the white gay boy who jumps up for you against the straight white man. It might be, you never know. So her having more people who look like her on the cast, what is that going to do? Is it automatically going to mean that girl is supposed to stick up for her? Because Ava didn't. Did she? I don't know. They said she kind of did. I've been listening to reviews, and some of y'all said she kind of stuck up for her. I haven't watched a episode, not a single episode. I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody. I don't know nothing. So I'm just going off of what I see in the clips and stuff. So y'all let me know if y'all watching it. I got to go catch up on Miami. I've been meaning to watch it. The second episode, I need to catch up. So take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.